We are covering these 6 top actively traded stocks that are bullish today. While watching price actions, let us inform you our review on TSLA. Tesla Incorporated designs and builds electric vehicles, energy storage systems, and solar solutions. You got the Model 3, Y, S, X, and of course the Cybertruck, plus energy products like Powerwall and Megapack. But Tesla isn't just about cars and batteries anymore. Musk is pushing big into AI and robotics, with his Optimus humanoid robot now expected to be ready for external use by late 2026. Now, let's talk about what's really been happening with Tesla lately. It's been a rough few months. The stock has cratered 43% in just 3 months, starting the year above $400 and now sitting deep in the red. Why? A mix of slowing sales, brutal competition, and, of course, Musk's ever-growing political presence. Tesla's European sales took a nosedive, down 45% in January. Meanwhile, Chinese EV makers like Xpeng are surging, reporting triple-digit growth in deliveries. Wall Street analysts have taken notice, slashing sales forecasts and dialing back on once lofty profit expectations. Then there's the political angle. Musk's role in the Trump administration, especially as head of the Department of Government Efficiency, has stirred up serious controversy. Since taking on the job, his agency has cut thousands of government jobs, a move that sparked backlash. That's also spilled over into Tesla itself, with reports of increased vandalism at Tesla showrooms and charging stations across the U.S. The FBI is even investigating incidents of Tesla vehicles being intentionally damaged. With all this going on, Musk took the mic in Austin during a live-streamed meeting with employees and investors, urging them to stay the course. His message? Don't panic. If you read the news, it feels like Armageddon, he joked, adding that every time he walks past the TV, he sees a Tesla on fire. He acknowledged the challenges, but made it clear he still sees a bright future ahead. And despite the chaos, he's still pushing forward, especially with AI and robotics, which he believes will be a massive part of Tesla's future. Here's where things get interesting. While Wall Street is getting cold feet, retail investors are doubling down. According to J.P. Morgan, everyday investors have poured a staggering $8 billion into Tesla stock over the last 13 days, the biggest inflow in a decade. That's right, while the stock has been tanking, Musk's diehard supporters are treating this as a buying opportunity. They're not just betting on Tesla, they're betting on Musk himself, believing in his vision even as the short-term picture looks messy. But not everyone is convinced. Analysts are increasingly cautious, pointing to rising competition, an aging product lineup, and Tesla's brand taking a hit from its political entanglements. Some worry that Musk is spreading himself too thin, focusing on AI, robots, and government roles, while Tesla needs a steady hand on the wheel. Still, there are those who remain bullish. Morgan Stanley's Adam Jonas trimmed his price target, but still sees long-term value, while Wedbush's Dan Ives thinks Musk's recent pep talk was crucial in keeping employees and investors motivated. So what happens next? Tesla is at a crossroads. The stock is in free fall, but the company is still a giant in EVs, energy, and AI. Musk is facing mounting challenges, but his supporters aren't going anywhere. The big question now is whether Tesla can navigate these rocky waters and come out stronger, or if this is the start of a longer, tougher road ahead. Our review on PLTR. Palantir Technologies Inc. is a company that thrives in the world of big data, intelligence, and defense. It has carved out a reputation for building software that helps government agencies and businesses make sense of massive datasets to drive critical decision-making. Its platforms, Gotham, Foundry, Apollo, and the Artificial Intelligence Platform, AIP, are used for everything from counterterrorism operations to predictive analytics in finance and healthcare. But at its core, Palantir is deeply embedded in the defense sector, providing software that powers intelligence analysis, battlefield logistics, and AI-driven strategic planning. Now, let's talk about the major shakeup at the Department of Defense. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth just announced the termination of more than $580 million in contracts and grants, calling out wasteful spending and projects that don't align with the current administration's priorities. The biggest cuts include an HR software program that ballooned from a $36 million project to a staggering $280 million mess over 8 years. The DoD is also pulling the plug on various grants, such as a $6 million initiative to decarbonize Navy ships and another $9 million project focused on equitable AI and machine learning. On top of that, the DoD is slashing $30 million in contracts with major consulting firms like Gartner and McKinsey. For a company like Palantir, which heavily depends on government contracts, this kind of announcement could have easily sent investors into a panic. And for a moment, the stock did dip as traders reacted to the headline. But here's the key point. Palantir's role in defense isn't just about consulting or project-based contracts. It's about core operational software that agencies rely on every day. That's a major distinction. Unlike Gartner and McKinsey, which are losing contracts for advisory and consulting services, Palantir's software is directly integrated into mission-critical operations. That's why, after the initial drop, Palantir's stock recovered quickly. This move by the DoD actually highlights an important shift, one that could ultimately benefit Palantir in the long run. The government isn't necessarily cutting back on defense tech. It's cutting back on inefficiency, bloated projects, and external consulting. That plays right into Palantir's narrative. The company has always positioned itself as an essential, results-driven provider of AI-powered intelligence solutions. As the Pentagon looks for ways to streamline its spending while still prioritizing security and defense, Palantir could see even stronger demand for its platforms. Retail investors seem to be picking up on this. While some Wall Street analysts have expressed concerns about Palantir's reliance on government contracts, its resilience in the face of these cuts shows just how indispensable its technology has become. Defense budgets may shift, but data-driven intelligence and AI aren't going anywhere. If anything, they're becoming even more critical to modern military strategy. And that's where Palantir shines. So, while a $580 million cut to DoD programs might initially seem like a red flag for defense contractors, it's actually a sign of a changing landscape, one where operational efficiency and AI-powered decision-making take center stage. If Palantir can continue proving its value as an irreplaceable technology provider, these shifts might not just be survivable. They could position the company for even greater long-term success. Investors will be watching closely to see how Palantir navigates this evolving defense spending environment. But so far, the company appears to be standing its ground. Our review on LCID. Lucid Group Incorporated is a company that's revolutionizing the luxury electric vehicle (EV) space with its focus on performance, cutting-edge technology, and sustainability. The company designs and manufactures everything in-house, from electric vehicles and powertrains to battery systems. Its flagship car, the Lucid Air, is a high-performance luxury sedan that's built to offer more than just an eco-friendly ride. It's an experience. Manufactured at its state-of-the-art plant in Arizona, Lucid's vehicles are sold directly to consumers through a combination of retail locations and online sales, with a strong focus on providing top-tier customer service through a dedicated network of service centers. Now, Lucid is taking its tech-forward approach to the next level with a new partnership that's all about enhancing the in-car experience. The company has teamed up with SoundHound AI and NVIDIA, two leaders in artificial intelligence, to integrate advanced voice recognition technology into its vehicles. This collaboration brings a major upgrade to Lucid's in-car assistant, enabling faster, more accurate responses to voice commands. The integration of NVIDIA's AI enterprise software will enhance Lucid's voice AI system by reducing response times and improving the overall user interaction, making it feel more natural and efficient. What makes this move especially exciting is that Lucid is stepping up its game not just in EV performance, but in the entire digital experience within the vehicle. By bringing in top-tier voice AI capabilities, Lucid is aiming to create a more intelligent and seamless driving experience, positioning itself as a serious competitor in the high-tech luxury EV market. For investors, this signals that Lucid isn't just focused on the hardware of the car, but is also working to elevate the software side of things. With the growing importance of smart, connected features in cars, Lucid's investment in AI could be a major differentiator that helps the company stay ahead in the competitive EV space. If successful, this could provide Lucid with an edge that extends beyond just being a luxury car brand and into the realm of next-gen in-car technology. Our review on AAPL. Apple Incorporated is a tech giant known for its flagship products like the iPhone, Mac, iPad, Apple Watch, and a suite of services like Apple Music and Apple TV+. The company has built an integrated ecosystem where its hardware and software work seamlessly, helping it stay competitive across multiple markets. Apple TV Plus has made strides recently with Severance becoming its most watched show, surpassing Ted Lasso. While it's gaining traction, the streaming service is still running at a loss, reportedly losing over $1 billion annually. Despite this, Apple isn't overly reliant on TV Plus for profits, as its broader services business, which includes the App Store and Apple Music, is seeing significant growth. However, the challenges in the streaming world aren't unique to Apple. It's a highly competitive space, with big players like Netflix, Amazon, and Disney dominating the field. Apple has been able to grow its subscriber base to around 45 million, but it's still behind the giants in terms of overall reach and profitability. Even though Apple TV Plus is losing money, it's important to note that the company is not overly reliant on the streaming service for profits. Apple's broader services business, which includes offerings like Apple Music and the App Store, has been a major growth driver. In fact, services revenue grew 14% year-over-year in the first fiscal quarter of 2025, and the company expects continued growth in its services segment for the second quarter as well. While the services side is thriving, Apple's iPhone business has hit some speed bumps. Sales of the iPhone have been sluggish in China, one of the company's largest markets. With increasing competition from domestic brands like Huawei and Xiaomi, Apple is feeling the pressure. On top of that, the lack of Apple Intelligence in the Chinese market has hurt demand, although the company has seen better results in regions where the feature is available. On the bright side, iPhone sales grew in emerging markets, with the iPhone being the top-selling model in countries like India. The company is also expanding its Apple Intelligence features to more regions, which should help boost iPhone sales and upgrades in the future. Apple's AI efforts are another area of focus. While the company has rolled out some new AI features through its Apple Intelligence platform, the lack of progress with Siri, which has been pushed back to 2026, is a concern for investors. Apple faces increasing competition in the AI space from companies like Microsoft and Google, and the delay in enhancing its AI capabilities could make it harder for Apple to catch up. Investors are watching closely to see if the company can close the gap in this area, as AI is becoming an increasingly important part of the tech landscape. Despite these challenges, Apple remains a cash machine, with strong liquidity and a dominant position in the tech industry. The company is still seeing strong demand for its products, particularly in the iPhone, which has an active installed base at an all-time high. However, the mixed results across its business segments, from iPhone sales to the underperforming Apple TV Plus, have left its stock under pressure. Apple stock has fallen by about 14.5% year-to-date, and it's clear that the company has some work to do to maintain its premium valuation. For investors, the big question is whether Apple can continue to grow its services business while addressing the challenges in its hardware and AI efforts. Apple's future growth will likely depend on its ability to navigate competition, innovate in AI, and ensure that services like Apple TV Plus start generating more revenue. For now, Apple stock may be a bit volatile, but it remains a company with significant cash reserves and a strong brand. If you're holding Apple stock, it might be time to watch closely as the company adapts to the shifting tech landscape and tries to capitalize on its services success while addressing the hurdles it faces in its core product categories. Our review on INTC. Intel Corporation, a global leader in semiconductor manufacturing, is going through some notable changes under its new CEO, Lip-Bu Tan. The company, which has a broad reach across segments from client computing to data centers and AI, is in a tough spot and clearly looking to right its course. Reports have surfaced suggesting that Tan is considering a major workforce reduction, possibly as high as 50%, in a bid to bring Intel back from what some are calling a downward spiral. While this sounds drastic, Intel's push for greater efficiency and a focus on bolstering areas like AI, where it's been falling behind, makes it clear that something needs to be done to reassert its competitive edge. However, it's not all doom and gloom for Intel. In fact, the company has seen some bright spots, particularly in its gaming and aerospace divisions. Intel's new Arc graphics driver has shown a 15% boost in performance when running high-demand games like Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 at extreme settings. This boost is a sign that Intel's gaming division is capable of delivering value, potentially giving it an edge in the graphics card market, which is increasingly crowded. On top of that, Intel is making strides in the aerospace industry by teaming up with Curtiss-Wright, SYSGO, and Wolf SSL to develop commercial off-the-shelf COTS systems. These systems are designed to improve safety and security in aerospace applications while also speeding up time to market. By contributing a 13th Gen Intel Core i7 processor, Intel is positioning itself as a key player in developing secure and reliable systems for industries that require high levels of compliance. In the ongoing battle with its main rival, Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, Intel is making a bit of a comeback, especially with its more affordable processors. While AMD continues to dominate in sales, Intel has managed to secure top spots on Amazon sales lists with its Alder Lake chips, and interestingly, no Arrow Lake processors even made it to the top 50. This resurgence is a positive sign for Intel, showing that its older processors still have strong demand, and that it can remain competitive in the processor market, especially as it works to regain market share in both consumer and enterprise sectors. With major moves in AI, gaming, aerospace, and its fight to reclaim chip market dominance, Intel is showing that it's not just standing still. While its future depends on how it navigates these changes, the company's efforts to diversify and stabilize its position are certainly worth keeping an eye on for investors. Our review on SMCI. Supermicro Incorporated has been steadily making its mark in the tech sector, and things are starting to look up for the company. For those unfamiliar, Supermicro is a key player in providing accelerated compute platforms, offering everything from application-optimized servers to storage systems, all of which are crucial for industries like cloud computing, artificial intelligence, AI, 5G, and edge computing. They cater to markets like enterprise data centers, and their products span from rack-mount servers to modular blade servers, all designed to help companies scale their IT infrastructure with efficiency. With operations spread across the US, Asia, and Europe, Supermicro is really making a global impact. Now, here's where things get interesting. JP Morgan just upgraded Supermicro from underweight to neutral, raising its price target from $35 to $45. For investors, that's a pretty big deal. Essentially, it signals that analysts are seeing a better outlook for the company, with more confidence in its future growth. It's a significant shift, especially when you consider that the price target boost is tied to the strong demand for high-performance computing solutions, which is at the heart of Supermicro's business. Supermicro is in the right place at the right time. As AI and cloud computing continue to gain traction, companies need robust infrastructure to support these technologies. And that's exactly where Supermicro comes in. Their servers, storage solutions, and networking devices are integral to running these tech-heavy operations, which means their market position is looking stronger than ever. Not to mention their ability to offer complete IT solutions, ranging from server management to security software, makes them a valuable partner for businesses needing reliable, scalable infrastructure. For investors, this upgrade should certainly catch your attention. The raised price target reflects growing optimism about Supermicro's future and its ability to capture a larger share of the market in key industries. While there are always risks with any investment, the fact that JP Morgan sees potential for growth here indicates that the company is on the right path. If you're looking to invest in a company that is at the forefront of critical IT solutions, Supermicro might just be a name to keep on your radar. Please subscribe, give the video a like, and watch more from our playlist. Thanks.